the last really dope MC, like in my opinion, according to my tastes in rap music, that I can think of right now is Mos Def. He's the last MC to come out, like in the line of MCs that I appreciate, and like according to like their release dates as far as public figures, Mos Def, he's like the last one. I mean, people talk about Kendrick and they talk about J. Cole and stuff, but I haven't really given these guys a proper chance. But like when I first heard Mos Def, the first song I heard, I was like, that's dope. And that's the case with every artist that I really like. I didn't need to give them a chance. Like the first song I heard with Big Daddy Kane was mind-blowing. The first song I heard with KRS was mind-blowing. The first time I heard EPMD, mind-blown. Like I was amazed, like straight away, you know? I don't need, like, the first time I heard Kendrick Lamar, I was just completely underwhelmed. I don't get why people are impressed, especially people from my generation that grew up with like a Big Daddy Kane. And I mean, Big Daddy Kane might even be impressed himself. Like, even like some of the people I'm impressed with are impressed with like a Kendrick Lamar or a J. Cole, but I don't really understand. And I don't know if I need to. I'm just noticing that the last MC to come out, you know, like I think 98 or something like that, I really feel was like, or maybe even like Big Just from Company Flow. Like he's really dope too. And I think he came out maybe a year before Mos Def, like in 90 or around the same time, maybe slightly like 1 year earlier. I'm not sure. But anybody that's come out like after Mos Def, you know, after Black Star, I don't. Like there's nobody where I would like, they drop an album and I have to listen to it. You know what I mean? There's no rapper that came out after that I feel like I have to listen to their new album or that I need to check it out, you know, because it's like, I'm just not impressed. I'm not moved. That's the thing, I'm not moved. I don't feel like, I can listen to somebody and be like, oh yeah, they're saying a little something. Like they got skills and I can acknowledge them. Like one rapper that I think is really talented is Homeboy Sandman. Like I am impressed by him. But at the same time, he doesn't move me like Mos Def. Like when I listen to Mos Def, I feel energized. I feel like I get that thing that I got from like Big Daddy Kane, that I got from KRS-One, that I got from EPMD, even like Heavy D, or you know, like I get that thing that I got from Poor Righteous Teachers. You know, I get that like that motivation, that energy, that like, yeah, this is getting me through my day. You know, I get that from Mos Def. And Talib Kweli a little bit, but not really. Like Talib Kweli is like up and down for me, like more down. Like like Black Star was super dope. Like that combination was super dope. And Train of Thought, like, you know, the first full-length High Tech and DJ Kweli album, that, you know, Reflection Eternal, that first Reflection Eternal album full length, that was the shit. Like I played the shit out of that. I loved it, you know. And I even loved, like, you know, like his first couple of solo efforts. You know, Kweli, like the first, I forget the name of the album, but like maybe the first, you know, album that was just like you know, like just his name on it as an artist. But then he kind of like, I don't know, he went off somewhere. I felt like he was trying to be with the mainstream, you know, and it just like, he lost me. But like everything Mos Def does or has done and does, when I see Mos Def, I get excited. Like when I hear Mos Def, everything he's done excites me. Common is in that category too, but Common came out like way before Mos Def. So I'm talking about like the last MC that I really feel like I want to follow is Mos Def. Like everybody after that, I don't feel a need. Like they just don't move me. You know, they don't do it for me. Like I can acknowledge like certain talent. Like even Lil Wayne, I can acknowledge. Like Lil Wayne might have came out before Mos Def. I don't remember actually. I think Eminem came out around that time too, but like Eminem doesn't move me. Oh, the thing about Eminem, I realized something. Like I often say, like he's super talented and super dope. You know, he's obviously a rap genius, I've said, but like he doesn't talk to me. And one thing I realized with that is a lot of this actually has to do with my age. Because like, I remember when the Beastie Boys came out, I loved the Beastie Boys, but I was 14, you know what I mean? I was 13 years old, and I was like, you gotta fight for your right to party. And that was like the big hit, but that wasn't even like the best song. Like No Sleep Till Brooklyn and stuff like that, it was the shit, you know. I loved it. Brass Monkey, you know, like all that shit, that Beastie Boys, that was the shit. Like when the Beastie Boys came out, I even At first, I even liked it better than I like PE. Like, I don't know about that now. Like, PE, I love PE, and I caught on to them too. But like, I caught on to the Beastie Boys first, actually, as far as like what I was bumping, like in my cassette player at home. Oh, mom, you're just jealous. It's the, that was the shit. So I think if I had been 14 years old, like when Eminem came out, I might have been like an Eminem fan, probably, because he's dope. Like, he's really dope. But like, he wasn't speaking to me. I was too old. Like me and Em are the same age, but he wasn't speaking to his peers. He was speaking to kids. He was speaking to kids that went through the struggle he went through when he was a kid. And so I was past that. You know what I mean? So I think that's what that was with him. And I think maybe that's what it is with a lot of rappers too. Like if I was young, like if I was 15, 20, I might feel a J. Cole or a Kendrick too. I don't know. Maybe not. But I need some grown man rap. I need grown man rap these days, Like, you gotta be saying some, you gotta have some life experience for me to want to hear you right now, Or at least be like really, but it's not just that. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I remember, I spent a lot of most of my adult life I spent in Sweden, and so like, I kind of saw, like, I was there for like the explosion of Swedish hip hop. I mean, Swedish hip hop started bubbling like way before I got there. I mean, even almost like right after hip hop in America, like Swedish had the hip hop scene going way back. But like hip hop in Sweden blew up first with like Latin Kings, but then really blew up with Petter, That's when it really became like, this concept of Swedish hip hop really took off, or Swedish rap. And at first I was just like, like the first Swedish rap artist to really impress me was Thomas Rusiak. And he never really had like a solo rap album, he did a rock album that was pretty cool. But he was like the first like Swedish producer, rapper. And then like Loop Troop, of course, was really dope, like in the early stages for me. They kind of lost me too, but Loop Troop was dope. But I'll tell you, actually the latest rapper that I want to follow isn't Mos Def. It's a Swedish kid named OP. And also another dope rapper is Skiz, Rickard Busy. And he's also Swedish, he's ill. But like one of my favorite rappers is OP, and he raps in Swedish. That's so ill, because at first I was like, this Swedish rap they're not really doing it, but one of the last rapper that's out that I feel like I need to follow is a kid. Like, to me, he's a kid. I'm old enough to be his dad basically, but he impressed. Like, I listen, I get inspired. He inspires me. He makes me nod. He gives me that energy that I get from like a Mos Def or KRS-One. It's like this young dude, OP, man. Big up, Oscar, my man. Yeah, you're the last MC that I really feel like I need. Like, you drop something, I'm gonna listen to it. Anytime I hear OP has done a song, I'm gonna check that shit out. Definitely gonna check it out. Anytime OP drops something, I'm checking it out. Probably for the rest of his career. I don't think, I have a feeling like it's possible he could lose me. It's possible, you never know. People go different directions, but OP is on the level. OP is on the level, yo. But other than that, as far as like world famous, like on that level of fame where like most people know who you're talking about, Mos Def. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting if somebody could like mention a rapper to me or put me on to somebody that I could really dig and want to follow. But I don't know. Mos Def, yo. Mos Def is on that level for me. Peace.